What's up, everyone? Welcome to another episode of the Sports Basement. I'm Zach here with Rahman and Ronoldy, and sorry that we really haven't been too great with the videos. We've just been busy, but we're here now. It's Saturday night. Tomorrow is NFL Sunday.
Yep.
A lot of great games coming up, especially on Monday. So let's get started. What's the first game, Rahman?
It's Jacksonville and Indianapolis.
What do you think, Ronoldy?
We got Indy and Jacksonville.
Good old.
I'm gonna make it nice and simple. Indy needs a win badly. Jacksonville, they need to just get a win just for the fun of it. But Indy needs wins right now because they're looking bad. They got beat pretty badly against Gronkowski and the Patriots. Gronkowski looked like an animal out there. That being said, they need to find a way to win. They're finding their way. It's an easy game for them. I'm gonna go with Indianapolis Colts.
Easy.
I'm gonna go with Indy as well, but we don't have to ask that because if you guys saw
Maybe
what
we
he
know
was wearing
Jacksonville
right
today. How do you
if
know?
you guys saw what he was wearing right now,
What am I wearing? I'm wearing a black polo.
what's
Not
on your
black.
head?
A black polo.
What's on your head?
A blue hat and
A
A
blue
blue
hat.
hat. That
If
that's
just
the logo
one,
of
that's
what
just
team?
one. It doesn't say anything.
that's the
was
logo
anything.
of what team?
If that was just
Logo
a
of what
hat,
team? This is a horseshoe. What do you think?
I'm gonna go with the I don't even know, the horses. Anyway, we all have the Colts in this game.
you
Zach,
sure?
do you have any reasoning?
I mean,
I don't think you need reasoning.
1-9,
Anyway,
6-4. Andrew Luck, Ty.
All right,
W.
there we go.
okay. Anyway, next we have the Browns with the Falcons.
Browns versus the Falcons. The Browns, if you guys don't mind me going first, I'm gonna go. With
You know what? Maybe I do mind.
the Browns are gonna win this game. The Browns are gonna win this game because I don't feel like the Falcons they have anything going for them. They are sitting at the top of their division right now, but it's a terrible division where they're 4-6 and they're sitting at the top. I don't think they have what it takes to take down a great team in Cleveland, and Cleveland's defense will step up in this game and they'll get the win.
I'm gonna go with Cleveland as well, and simply because it's just been a great year for Cleveland so far. They're 6-4, and the Falcons, they're in first place, but they're 4-6, and that whole entire division is whack. I mean,
It really is.
you look at all the teams, even the Saints, they're 4-6
they're 4-6
as
as
well.
well.
So I mean, how do you not like the Browns in this one? I mean, they've been a great team this year. They're finally getting Josh Gordon back, which is a huge plus for them. And yeah,
Huge
I mean,
plus.
I'm thinking the Browns. What do you think, Rahman?
Yeah, Cleveland has a really big advantage in this game, especially how they've been playing as of late.
Right.
With their defense and everything, they've really stepped it up. I feel like Cleveland is going to take this one.
All right.
Next, we have the Titans and the Colts. I mean,
The
not
Titans
the
and
Colts.
the Colts. They're playing 2 games.
Sorry, the Titans and the Eagles. I don't know how I mix that up, but
Tennessee.
I'm going to go with the Eagles, short and simple, just because.
I think
The Titans are horrible.
I think Ronaldo's going to talk there. You just cut him off. I'm
No,
sorry,
no,
Ronaldo. Ronaldo, are you okay?
Yeah,
You
I'm
feeling
fine.
sorry?
I'm fine. My
Yeah,
feelings
you
were hurt a little bit.
look
But
at
that's it. Listen, I'm over here
Look
crying.
at him. You see that? He's going to cry.
After me sucking up my tears.
I don't care about his feelings.
Oh wow, that hurt even more.
Come on, we're on air. We're on air.
His feelings are already completely destroyed because his New York Jets are not doing.
It's coming from a Giants fan that are
Great.
they're one game above us. But come on, man, it's a joke for the New York football teams right now. Anywho, the Eagles. I'm gonna go with the Eagles in this game, but it's not gonna be a blowout like everybody might think. Eagles need this game more because they are fighting for something in the playoffs. They're trying to win their division. The Cowboys are right at their throats. They're competing right now. But the Eagles need this win badly. They just came off a bad win.
They're at each other's throats right now.
Yeah, they really are. They're going neck and neck. They're very close.
I cannot wait for Thanksgiving for them to play at 4 o'clock.
Thanksgiving's going to be great. I got turkey and great football games, and I can't wait. But I'm going to go with the Eagles in this one. But it's going to be closer than people think. Tennessee played a great game against Pittsburgh. They lost because their defense could not get off the field. I'm going to go with the Eagles, though.
Don't be surprised if Tennessee. I'm going to go with the Eagles. But don't be surprised if Tennessee wins this game. They've played a really, really good football game last week against a really, really good football team. They played a great defensive. Not great defensive game, but they played a pretty good defensive game. I don't think Zach Mettenberg was all that bad last week. I think their offense got some things going, and I mean they were able to only lose by like 3-4 points, which. I mean, yeah, loss is a loss, but still, I mean, the Titans didn't look that bad last week, so it might be a tight one, it might not, but I think the Eagles are going to win.
Yeah,
Right.
going back to Ronaldo's point of how the defense couldn't get off the field, I feel like the defense is going to have somewhat of an easier job, not really in how much time they're going to be playing versus the offense, of course, because
The Eagles have high tempo offense. So.
yeah, but we know how Mark Sanchez plays. He likes to force it sometimes. You know that might force the defense off the field sometimes. You know, you never know.
I don't.
But I feel like at least Mark Sanchez's Eagles can't stay on the field as much as
Yeah, Mark
Big
Sanchez
Ben's
and the Eagles,
Big
they can't
Ben's
stay on the field
Steelers.
if they don't get any protection done again. That was a terrible game by the Eagles offensive line last week. They got to play better than that if they want to win. If they're thinking about the Super Bowl.
They definitely do. The next game we have the Lions and the Patriots
Lions and Patriots. Zach,
in Gillette Stadium.
what are you guys thinking here? I'm thinking this is like game of the week right now in my head because these two teams are like monsters offensively, and their defense
You
plays
see,
great
I
football.
want to go with the Patriots, but I mean, when you look at that Lions defense, their front line, if they get to Tom Brady, they're done. That's it for the Patriots. They got nothing. If they get to Tom Brady, majority of the time, they're going to win this game.
The Patriots don't have much of a receiving core besides
They have
Gronk.
They have Gronk, but I mean,
They
if
don't
you,
need
if you get to Tom Brady, we saw this a little bit last week, and I'm going to bring up the Colts. Oh yeah, the Colts again, but unbiased as possible. A little bit last week, when they got to Tom Brady had to throw off his back foot and threw 2 interceptions.
2 interceptions.
You know what I mean?
But it recovered. Something that great quarterbacks do. There are not a lot of great quarterbacks in the NFL.
Yeah, exactly.
There are really good quarterbacks, but there are not a lot of elite quarterbacks. He's elite. The guy, if you get pressure at him, he'll find a way to make adjustments, and he'll get the ball done. Even if he had 2 interceptions, they still won the game comfortably.
Right.
Yeah, I'm not 100% aware on the injuries either. Who does Detroit have that's coming back, or do they?
Calvin
who do
Johnson,
they not have?
He's going to be a huge factor in this game. Calvin.
This is where
They're gonna rely on him.
Calvin's back. Is Pettigrew out for the season? Does anyone know about that?
I think so. I'm not sure about that. I don't know. But who do you have, Rahman?
I have New England because I definitely have a firm belief in Tom Brady and what he could do.
Zach, you said Detroit.
Oh no, I'm gonna go with New England. I think that their backfield's really gonna come up big again in this game. They got Brandon Brown, you got Darrell Revis,
right.
You got Gregory. I mean, Patrick Gregory. You got a really really good backfield. I think they're gonna win this game. It's not gonna be by a lot. It's gonna be a close game, no doubt.
You guys said some things that are true. You guys said the New England doesn't really have a receiving core. So true, but that does not matter.
It doesn't matter.
Tom
exactly.
Brady's been
I mean, me saying that doesn't really mean much either. Like I don't mean much of it because you can't test Tom Brady as much.
Playing great football. They haven't lost a game since week 3, and they've been winning games very very comfortably against really good teams. Their winning streak started off against one of the last undefeated teams in the NFL at the time, the Cincinnati Bengals. They've gone on to beat the Colts, a great team. They've gone on to beat the Broncos, a great team. They've been winning games against good teams, not just mediocre teams like usual, but good playoff teams. I'm gonna go with the Patriots in this game because they look great.
I'll save that comment for later. Go ahead. Next game.
Next game we have the Packers and the Vikings.
I'm gonna go with the Packers. They're such a great team. They're such a powerful team. I mean, they really can twist your arm when it comes to the offense and defensive side. They have shown up a little bit.
They definitely put up points.
And it's just when you think of Green Bay, you think of a really powerful. I think they're still the front runner to win that division. I think they're going to surpass the Lions. The way they played last week against the Eagles, that's Green Bay Packer football right there. That is how they should play every single week, and I think that's what they're gonna try to do.
I agree with you almost everything you said. I'm picking Green Bay in this game. The only thing I did not agree with you is when you see that game last week, and we had this argument before when we say teams are allowed at least one game where they can just just don't even watch that film, throw it out, and say that was a bad game of football.
It's because of Mark Sanchez, isn't it?
No, it's not even because of Mark Sanchez. You look at that. Nobody's going to have an easier time getting to a quarterback the way that Green Bay had an easy time last week.
It was terrible.
They're not going to get the same team, same offensive line this week. They're going to get a tougher offensive line that will, even though the Vikings are mediocre offensively, this game will be tighter than people think because of one thing, division. They know each other.
Yeah.
They know each other well. These teams will go at it. The Vikings are not going to score as much points. And yes, the Green Bay Packers might run away with this game, but this game will be competitive. It's not going to be a blowout like last week.
Absolutely.
But the Green Bay Packers definitely are looking like front runners to win the Super Bowl. Not only the division, but the Super Bowl. They're looking pretty good.
Yeah, arguably, I think so, yeah.
They're looking pretty good. How do you stop Aaron Rodgers? How do you? I don't have an answer. I'm asking a question.
You take a shotgun to his knees. That's about it.
That's about it. Yeah, you got to take some cheap shots.
That's not legal anyway, but hey, that's how you stop him. I almost fell back there. Rahman laughed at me, but go ahead. What do you think, Rahman? Wait, see, all right, you got Green Bay. I got Green Bay. You got Green Bay?
Of course, yeah.
We're picking the same team. We got to mix it up a little bit. Come on, man.
You know what? The thing is, I don't want to just pick a team against you guys just to pick against you guys.
No,
I want to back it up.
Let's continue this, and I'm telling you, we're gonna have some changes. Continue this.
We have the same teams for
Next
almost
game.
every game.
Next
Jesus.
game.
Next
Not
game.
almost every single
Next
one
game.
so far.
Next game.
Next, we have Cincinnati and Houston.
Cincinnati and Houston. This is where we're gonna change. I got Houston in this game. The reason why I have Houston in this game is because of
You're gonna pick
Ryan
Houston too?
Mallett. Ryan Mallett is the truth. This guy has been waiting his whole entire NFL career, sitting behind Tom Brady. You didn't hear any complaints from this guy. He's a true NFL player that just wants his team to be the best they can be. He got traded to Houston, no complaints. He didn't even get a chance to even be looked at as a starter. Now he's the starter. They won against the good Cleveland team.
He was a backup for Tom Brady.
And I think the momentum is going to go. It's in the Houston Texans' favor. They have great defense. All they were missing was a quarterback that did not turn the ball over as much as Ryan Fitzpatrick did. I'm going to go with Houston in this game. No disrespect to Cincinnati. I still think they're a great football
What do you
team.
think, Ramon?
Zach, how about you go first? I need a second.
I think we may be in agreement here because I like Houston too. I don't know why I like Houston. It's just when I think of J.J. Watt, he does it all, man. He does it all. He catches touchdowns. He gets pick sixes. He sacks the guy. He's unbelievable. But I like Houston, like you said, Brian Mallett. I think he's going to shine this game. And Cincinnati, I feel like they haven't really shown me much. I mean, they showed me a little bit this year, but not much to where, okay, yeah, the contenders in their division, they're going to be a good team. They got a decent record, but they're not a good team.
They have a good record. They're still a good team. They had some injuries early in the season when they started losing their games.
Well, sure,
AJ Green was gone for like 3 weeks, and they were playing. Andy Dalton was playing inconsistent football. I don't think they're playing inconsistent football anymore. I think they're back and ready to win games, but I just think they're going against a team that has a lot of momentum. That's the reason why I'm picking Houston.
I'm gonna pick Houston as well.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah, I know, but
That's my fault too.
There's just so much,
Houston's a good team.
There's a lot of factors that are going against Cincinnati right now. They're not the team that they were in the beginning of the season.
They're not far from it either.
They definitely aren't, but I feel like Houston can do it, and I think definitely the new quarterback for Houston that will definitely bring up their momentum if he does well.
Well, I'm ready to figure out which game we're going to have different, so let's go down the list. Who do we have next?
Tampa Bay and Chicago.
All right. Anybody want to start this off, or are you guys throwing this to me?
I'm
I'm going to take it. I'm going to go with Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
I knew it.
I'm going to go with
I knew it.
Glennon?
You just know.
Glennon, that's why.
Josh McCown.
Josh
That's
McCown.
why.
Josh McCown's there
is
now?
back. I didn't believe in him the whole entire season. Mike Glennon, I thought, played exceptionally well as their starting quarterback in the few weeks that he played as quarterback. But there's something about Josh McCown's presence. They went on a rampage last week, and Josh McCown does not stop throwing touchdowns. And I just don't believe in Chicago at all this season. They have a great receiving core, but that's it. Their running game is mediocre this year. Matt Forte has not been looking like Matt Forte, and their secondary is the weakest in the NFL, even worse than the Jets. And that's hard to say. That's hard to do. But they do have a lot of injuries back there. And I'm just going to go with Tampa Bay.
Their rookie's their best secondary player.
Yeah,
so,
and there's only one rookie there. So
exactly.
Womp 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 womp. Ramon!
Chicago.
He's big Chicago. Why? Just because you want a difference?
Sure.
Yeah.
And I feel like I don't know. I'm feeling Chicago in this game right now. I have no idea why. My brain is destroying me over why I just picked Chicago.
I was gonna pick Chicago, but Ronoldy sold me on Tampa Bay. It's just I really, really do like their front line. They do have a good front line. They're
They have great receivers too.
I mean, yeah, Mike Evans may or may not be Rookie of the Year. He's definitely in the running for Rookie of the Year. He's been such a great player all year long.
He's great.
And Josh McCown's back, and he played really good last week. So, I mean, I'm going to go with Tampa Bay. I really don't believe in Chicago at all. Like, I'm 100% Ronoldy.
I'm going to lose this week because of this game.
Next game.
Anyway, we have the Cardinals and the Seahawks.
Cardinals and Seahawks. Divisional matchup of the week. Besides the Cowboys, of course. The divisional matchup of the week here, if you ask me, this game is going to be closer than anybody thinks. People are thinking, Drew Sands in again. They don't score as many points with him. Yeah, but if you really look at it, Carson Palmer didn't score that many points either. But he's efficient. There's a difference. That being said, I'm going to still go with the Cardinals in this game. I just think they have something special, man. They just had it this year. The only game that they lost was because their third string quarterback got put in the game, not their second quarterback, their third. This is where Seattle's not going to know what to do. They're probably preparing for the worst quarterback out there, and they're not going to get the worst quarterback. They're going to get a pretty good quarterback in Drew Stanton.
I don't think they're going to prepare for the worst. I mean,
they're not ready for Drew Stanton. They're not ready for him.
It's tough to say.
I don't think they are.
It's a little tough to say, I think.
But then again, you got to remember Seahawks defense isn't what it was last season.
Well, yeah, you got that, and their offense hasn't been the best either. It's really Marshawn Lynch. But how far does Marshawn Lynch go?
When was their offense ever so good? I don't remember.
People know how to stop Marshawn Lynch now.
Yeah, barely.
They have started.
I think he scored like 4 touchdowns against the Giants 2 weeks ago.
Well.
And then last week
he has his on again, off again.
No, but last week he played against Kansas City.
Weeks. But the thing is, on fantasy, he's so inconsistent, and he's so dropped. He's dropped from a lot of teams.
LeSean McCoy.
Yeah, LeSean McCoy's dropped fantasy as well. But back to the game picks, Zach. Who do you pick in this game?
You want me to go?
It's tough because I want to say Cardinals because, just because they're the Cardinals. But I want to say the Seahawks too because I feel like that they may or may not have an answer for Marshawn Lynch.
This game can go.
It can go exactly. It can go either way. It can go
either way.
But then when you think of Marshawn Lynch, you gotta think of Russell Wilson. He really hasn't been the best quarterback this year as well. I mean, he also does like to run around a lot. Will the Cardinals be prepared for that? You know what? Screw it. I'll go with Seattle. I don't know if they'll have an answer for Marshawn Lynch or Russell Wilson. I mean, and even if they do, Russell Wilson, he can escape from the pocket and get up 10, 15 yards.
He can do that.
So it's going to be tough to stop that, and I think the defense can pull it together. Drew Stanton, you got to remember, is only a backup, but however, he has been pretty good this year.
Yep.
We'll just see how good he is against Seattle. I mean, plain and simple. What do you think, Rahman?
I'm going to go with Arizona, just because I feel like Seattle isn't what they were, and they just don't impress me at all. Next, we have the Rams and the Chargers.
Oh, God.
This game is going to be a surprise to people who think record wins games.
Nope.
It's not.
Nope. You saw that last week.
St. Louis is going to come back and surprise people again for the second week in a row. Possibly the third, because I think 2 weeks ago they played the 49ers and they beat them. They're gonna
did
win.
They really?
Yeah.
They did? What?
And I'm going to go with the St. Louis Rams. They have a lot of momentum after just beating the best quarterback in this era, possibly, arguably, against him, Peyton Manning and Tom Brady. They stopped him. They contained him to 7 points. That's unheard of. That momentum is going to drive into this game. And they're going to do the same thing to Phillip Rivers. They're going to get pressure on Phillip Rivers and those wide receivers. They're going to be scared. The Chargers are going to be scared to throw the football. When you can't throw the football, you can't win games in this league.
I'm in agreement. I also believe St. Louis will win this game.
When I think of the Chargers, I think of that embarrassing loss against Miami, 37-0. And when I think of the Rams, I think of who they beat. They beat Seattle. Even though they haven't been a great team this year, they're still a good team that they beat. They beat Denver last week. That's really, really scary when a team like the Rams beats Denver. They beat the 49ers, who haven't been a great team this year either, but defensively have been really good.
Still have a good record.
However, now you know what? I'll go with the Rams. I'm Ronoldy. I'm with Ronoldy 100%. Yeah.
Who's our next game?
Just give me a sec. Okay, it's Miami and Denver.
What was that fake laugh?
Oh wait, didn't San Diego lose to Oakland last week too?
Nope.
No, they pulled through in that game. They won in the end of the game. But this game is going to go to Miami.
Who did Oakland win against?
We just beat Kansas City.
That was Thursday night game.
That was Thursday night, and we're going to talk about that game after this. But I'm going to go with Miami in this game. This is a shocking pick for some people out there. Some people might not be believing in Miami anymore. Some people might be thinking, you know what, they're inconsistent offensively, defense, blah, blah, blah. They're going to watch that film against St. Louis that Denver played. They're going to watch how Peyton Manning had no time to throw that football. His receivers were scared to catch the football. They're going to try to do the same exact thing as Seattle. Not saying they're going to be 100% successful as St. Louis was, but they're going to be somewhat successful and stop Peyton Manning at least one time to win this game. I'm going to go with Miami.
There's going to be one name they're going to hear a ton. It's going to be Cameron Wake.
Yep.
Cameron Wake is going to go all over Peyton Manning, and Miami's going to win this game defensively, not offensively. They're going to win defensively. Okay? Offense is going to score, but defense is going to be the big name here for Miami. And I think what should happen is they should be able to shut down Peyton Manning because look, the Broncos they're humanized now. They're vulnerable. You see the way they got manhandled by St. Louis last week. I mean, they're vulnerable. I mean, they're human. They're no longer this Denver Bronco 13-3 juggernaut team anymore. They're not.
They're missing one
They're
thing,
not.
and it's nothing on their roster. Maybe it is. They're missing toughness. They have mental toughness somewhat with Peyton Manning and his
Physical toughness. Nope.
They don't have the physical toughness. They can't beat anybody off the line of scrimmage. Their receivers are not aggressive. They're not a physical team. They don't have the toughness. Rahman, who do you got? You got in this game?
Not Denver.
Miami.
And that's all I have to say.
All right. You got next game.
I'm not picking Miami because of Miami. I'm picking against Denver.
Because
If that
Denver.
makes sense.
Yeah, right.
It does.
Next we have Washington and San Francisco.
This game makes me laugh inside my head because you think of and you just think of Colin Kaepernick.
What else do you think of? Flowers? Drinking water?
No.
You think about your family,
No.
friends?
Oh, and then I'm
Think
thinking
about
about RG3. That you didn't
If you think about RG3, that's kind of
and Colin Kaepernick and RG3 here. When you think of two quarterbacks that were successful early in their career, and Colin Kaepernick was successful all the way up until last year,
right.
and then he hit this year, and you saw the flaws in his mechanics. The guy does not like setting his feet. I said this time and time again. When you don't set your feet in the pocket, bad things happen. They struggled against the Giants after committing 5 turnovers. They only won the game by 6 points.
Yeah.
That's embarrassing. Your defense goes all out,
Especially
and your offense can't support them.
Especially against the Giants defense that is
Not
horrible.
only just like any team. When you get 5 turnovers, you gotta capitalize. You have to capitalize. There's no excuse for not capitalizing. None. You gotta capitalize at least one time. At least one time. 16-10 after committing 5 turnovers? Embarrassing. That being said, the Washington Redskins they don't believe in RG3 right now. They have a lot of locker room problems with this guy. He's very disruptive to the team. He says things that he shouldn't be saying, calling people out that he shouldn't. When he looks at his own game, the guy's not playing good football either. They're winning games with Colt McCoy starting at quarterback. Not Kirk Cousins, not RG3. Colt McCoy. And I think John Gruden said it. Not John, but his brother, Jay Gruden. He said it. He said the clock is ticking on RG3. So you better get the ball rolling. I'm picking San Francisco in this game.
Yeah, like I was saying, if you're thinking of RG3, you're thinking of locker room problems and problems just. I mean, look at all the injuries he's had, and he's only third year in the league.
Mm-hmm.
San
Francisco as well, just because.
San Francisco.
Actually, not just because. I just wanted to comment on the whole Kaepernick not setting his feet. I think it's because he's had so many, down the field throws where he doesn't set his feet, and I guess that's messing with him. And he believes that he could do that every single time, which he definitely can't. And we've seen that. But the next game, divisional matchup against the Cowboys and the Giants.
What do you think, Rahman?
This
I want to
actually
get your
isn't
thoughts
Sunday.
on this.
This actually isn't Sunday night.
It isn't Sunday night?
The Cowboys and Giants are Sunday night.
Oh, I guess you just wrote it. It's your fault.
Why was it my? It's the third to last game on there because the Jets are playing Monday night.
Yeah, Jets are Monday night.
Then why'd you write Baltimore and New Orleans?
They're playing Monday night as well.
Monday night, 2 Monday night games.
Really?
Just got postponed.
Wow.
Sunday night game.
Okay.
Cowboys and
Oh yeah,
Giants.
because of the Buffalo weather and stuff. All right. Anyway, Cowboys and the Giants.
What do you think?
I'm gonna go with the Cowboys.
Ouch! Wow, Rahman going with the Cowboy girls.
During the game, I will be rooting for the Giants, but I think the Cowboys are gonna win this game.
I agree. The Cowboys are a great team this year. Tony Romo is phenomenal. The guy's been playing great football. I called this earlier in the year. You can ask some of my friends if you guys know them. But
We're your friends.
No.
You asked us.
if you talk about, I'm talking about one guy specific. His name is Dell. The guy said Tony Romo is not a good quarterback. I was backing up Tony Romo the whole entire time. I'm saying Tony Romo is not. He doesn't look as good because his offensive line wasn't as good. This year they're protecting him. You can see the protection with the running game. Their running game is the best in the league. DeMarco Murray is a beast. How do you stop those weapons? They have receivers. They have running backs. They got a great quarterback. And their defense makes plays. When they need to, they step up. I have the Cowboys in this game.
I think DeMarco Murray, on paper at least, and even with physical presence, has been the number one running back all season.
Oh, not
Definitely-
without a doubt.
Definitely in
No
statistics. Definitely in statistics. But
No question.
physical presence most likely as well.
No question.
Because when Dallas hands it off to him, people are scared. What about you, Zach? What do you think?
Dallas. Just Dallas. I'm sorry. Just Dallas.
All right, so we'll go to the first Monday night game now. It's the Jets and the Bills.
Listen to this. Jets and the Bills, they're giving away tickets for this game. It's in Detroit, and they're giving away tickets for this game. So I don't know. I thought that was pretty cool. I mean, hey, you go see a free football game, go ahead. I mean, why not? It's an NFL game. It's a free game. Why not? You know,
I would.
It could be experienced. I would. Okay, I don't care who's. You can be the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Raiders. I'd still go.
I think
Why
I'm
not?
gonna have to catch a flight to.
Yeah, that's what I
Detroit.
said earlier.
Yeah, I actually got to
So
go
who
in
you guys-
about
who you
15 minutes to catch my flight.
Who
So
do you guys have in this
Let's
game?
wrap it up real quick.
Who do you guys have in this game?
Buffalo.
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 I think the Jets surprised themselves.
If you say the
last-
Jets,
Oh, I'm going with the Jets 100%. This game makes me mad because as a football fan,
you don't look too mad.
as a football fan, you think when your team is having a bad season and your team or like players wise position skills and stuff like that, when your team is not as great as every other team in the NFL, you think, you know what, our season's already over. Why not just lose games? Like, why not just try? But that's not real. That's not realistic. When we're talking about professional sports, we don't talk about blowing games on purpose. You don't do that. It's not professional anyway. That's why I'm going with the Jets. They scare me right now. They're 2-8. They got a huge win against Pittsburgh off a bye week. How do you stop Michael Vick? I don't think they have an answer. I don't think Buffalo has an answer. Michael Vick came into a game that Geno Smith started.
You're right, bud.
He played mediocre football because he didn't know the playbook.
I'm good.
Now this guy's back and ready. The Jets will win this game. I'm not happy about it, but they're going to win.
Are you laughing at the fact that he's?
I'm not happy. I'm in pain and I'm a little bit fun. I'm not happy about the Jets winning, but they're gonna win.
Yes.
All right.
It's logical.
It is. I don't know. It's just the way it came out. It was
Why would
pretty
he be
funny.
happy with the Jets winning? His team.
We're 2-8.
He's an
We
Eagles
have
fan right now.
no chance for the playoffs.
He's an Eagles fan right now because of Mark Sanchez. Mark Sanchez, his man, once a Jet, always a Jet. Mark Sanchez.
You're damn right.
And we just ripped. Jesus.
Ronoldy says this almost every single day.
That was you.
Next game.
Anyway,
Last game.
this is the real Monday night game, right? This is the one that was actually supposed to be there. Anyway, Baltimore and New Orleans.
Come on, you farted out. You're covering up your own face.
Anyways,
Thank
we
God it
got
hasn't gotten to me yet.
Baltimore versus New Orleans here. You got 4-6 New Orleans, and you got the great 6-4 Baltimore Ravens. They're not great, but they play good football when they have to. And they lost close games this year, and they're gonna win this game. They're gonna win this game because they're a better complete team, more complete team than the Saints are. Saints struggle offensively at times. They struggle defensively at times. They're just not the better team out there. Baltimore.
I'm gonna go with New Orleans.
Who's home? New Orleans?
Yeah.
New Orleans. Oh my God. You're
Who
gonna
that?
go with
Who that?
who? What are you going with?
New Orleans. New Orleans.
You.
New
Probably gonna pick
Orleans.
New Orleans.
I'm gonna go with New Orleans as well. I think when it comes to all right, we gotta win. We gotta make some headroom in our division. They're gonna get it done. I think they know what's at stake, and I think they're gonna get it done. It's plain and simple. I know that Baltimore's a better team, but I just think that mentally, I think the Saints are more prepared. Even though Baltimore too has a tight division, they need to win games as well. I think New Orleans just needs it more.
They really do need to win games.
I argue against that because when you
Of
say
course you do.
when they said they needed more, both divisions are absolutely tight.
Absolutely.
You got 4-6 Atlanta on top. You got 4-6 Saints
Atlanta.
behind them, and then you got in the other division, the AFC North. You got 6-3-1 Cincinnati at top, 6-4 Steelers, and 6-4 Ravens.
That's why
The Ravens need to win more because they're not gonna.
Yeah.
It's gonna be hard to sneak into the wild card,
Sneak.
and I don't think they're gonna be able to do it if they don't win their division. So I'm gonna go with the Ravens, and I think that they actually need this game more. I think they need this game,
and that's why.
And I think they'll have an advantage too.
because I think that Atlanta is gonna lose. So the Saints, they can afford to lose one more.
They can't afford to lose. If you're 4, I don't care if you're
4-6
and you're 4-6. You can't.
If you're 4-6 in a team that is ahead of you,
Come
is
on.
4-6, and you still have one
don't
game to
believe
play
that.
against them, you can afford to lose one game.
You can't.
You can afford to lose
You
one.
can't. Rahman, any less arguments? You want to say anything about the Giants? They suck.
I just want to say.
No, I think. Do you want to talk about the Oakland game or
I just want to say shout out to the Raiders right now. They just won the Super Bowl. You know,
The Raiders.
If you look at that game,
They won the Super Bowl.
They
The
basically,
Super Bowl's in November.
Yeah, they basically won the Super Bowl.
November.
You watch the Oakland Raiders. You watch their fans.
Aliens.
You watch their whole entire organization. They were celebrating a sack on 3rd down and 10. 20
Why
seconds.
not?
20 seconds before the game ended, they
Why
almost got
not?
got an offsides penalty call that could have cost them the game.
Yeah,
They
they
really
called
did,
a timeout. They were
because
they were
they-
celebrating. Like, hold on, call timeout. We celebrated.
They felt like they won the Super Bowl. It's a great feeling when
They
you
really
finally
did,
win.
By the
but-
way, Charles Woodson, the only NFL player to record 20 sacks and 50 interceptions.
Oh yeah, what I just want to say real quick, ex-Giant called the timeout. My boy Justin Tuck.
Why is he an ex-Giant? We don't know. Nobody knows.
No one knows.
He went to a crappier team.
Oh well, he got paid more money anyways. Who cares?
Yeah.
Shout out to the Raiders. Congratulations.
Shout out
again,
to
What's a
Raiders.
Giant? What's a Giant?
It
He
doesn't work
beat
that way.
Andy Reid and the
Yeah, it
Kansas City
does.
Chiefs.
Anyway, do you guys want to talk about the NBA?
No.
We're out of time.
We're out
We
of
can't.
time.
Even if I wanted
What
to.
do you mean
I
we're
don't
out of
want to.
time?
There's 31 minutes on the clock. We can't. I'm sorry. Next
Since-
week, Ramon. Next week.
Not only
Come
next
on.
week,
We'll
got
talk about it after the show if you want.
We're
Okay?
part-time.
Just like we're doing
We're part-time YouTube guys now.
If you want us to go full time, get us to
Get
2,000.
out of here. I'm not going full time.
Give us
Is that a booger?
2,000
That's a booger. I think. Is that a booger?
No, it isn't. Wait, what
Okay.
boogers are black?
Okay, anyway. But seriously, tell your friends about us. Tell them to like and subscribe, and just be out there, be open, be active. Comment if you want, ask us questions if you want about anything,
You guys,
and we'll see if we can answer.
if you guys want us to do more things than just sports
Let us know.
talk videos, and you want us to go outside and throw shoot some basketballs, throw some football.
You don't want to see us play basketball.
Yeah,
We're
they do.
amateurs.
You
They
guys
want
wanna-
to see us play 21.
You guys want to see us
We'll go play
do
21
things,
now?
be more active on film? We're willing to do
There's
that.
no
Get us the
space.
subscribers, get us the likes, get us the comments, watch our videos, show us and tell us what you guys want. Please.
Anyway, yeah, subscribe, like it,
Do it all.
comment, do it all. Anyway, it's been a great episode of the Sports Basement. Please subscribe, like, whatever you need to do it. I'm Zachary Rahman, and always Ronoldy, and we'll be here next time.